Welcome to the UK Property Success Tour. My name's Mark Stokes and I'm here live in Colchester for our Commercial Conversion Academy Experience Day. This is a full-on day, on-patch experience looking at some of the developments we've done over the last few years and some of the major impacts it can have in your life. So today, what have we got planned? Well, first of all, we're going to have a tour around Oak House. Then we're going to have a walk through and look on patch in Colchester at other commercial conversion opportunities. We're going to look at some pension assets, 5 commercial units and some residential units that came from that. And then we're going to end the tour with another commercial conversion of 26 units. So today we'll have seen 45 commercial to residential conversion units and 7 commercial units. What an amazing tour, and just goes to show what you can achieve if you apply yourself in commercial conversions, one of the hottest property strategies in the UK right now. So let's now start that tour. Well, here we are live in Colchester at Oak House. This was our very first commercial to residential conversion of 16 apartments, which we secured only 6 months after leaving corporate life. And we did this as a joint venture. In fact, we did this as a joint venture with the one and only Liam Ryan. At the time we found the building, and just before we exchanged on the development, we lost our investor through personal reasons. Liam had a project, lost the project, but had an investor. So we joined together. One of us had the property, the other had the money, and we did a fantastic joint venture. And in the course of 20 months, we secured a profit of £500,000. Think what £500,000 could do to your life. And this is the power of commercial conversions. So this property, we found this property in 2017. It was an office block. It was owned by a local businessman who had secured permitted development rights for 8 apartments. Now these apartments were pretty big. We went back into permitted development to change from 8 apartments to 16 apartments, all around about the 40-45 square metre mark. We then secured the development, legally completed, protected ourselves. The build was around about a 12-month build, and then we exited by selling all 16 apartments and the freehold, secured about £500,000 for our joint venture partners. This is the power of commercial conversion strategy, one of the hottest strategies in the UK right now. So we're just moving on our experience tour of Colchester, our on-patch training with our Academy members, and you can see opportunity is everywhere. This is a commercial conversion ongoing, 22 apartments, probably going to be something like £650,000–700,000 of profit. Opportunity is everywhere. There is no scarcity. We have an abundance mindset. And just look to my left as well. We've got 50,000 square foot commercial office building here. Think of the potential that you could achieve accessing properties like that up and down the country in your local towns and villages. So here we are at our next commercial property, Colchester Precinct. Let's go have a look. Now, we undertook this a couple of years ago and we still own these assets in our pension. Behind us, we have what was an old tattoo parlour, and we've now converted that. We have 2 other commercial properties here, which have now got long-term 15-year full repair and insure leases with Colchester Borough Council, all with no breaks, an amazing family investment. Now, we do very little work here. Our commercial agents look after the contracts. We've done very little conversion work, really. So the 5 commercial units here sit in our pension and give us long-term investment income, financial freedom. Now, in addition to that, we saw a potential here where we could convert the uppers and we could convert those into residential. Now, this was in a conservation area, so we used full planning permission, but we had a little bit of a problem with the uppers in this building, in that the uppers were quite small. So what we did is we created a new build. We created this bridge here, and this bridge is an extending area, still enabled services for bins and maintenance, but enabled what would have been a 30 square metre apartment to now become a 55 square metre apartment. apartment. We've got 3 residential assets that sit in one of our limited companies, very tax efficient for long-term investment income and also capital growth. This is another example of our on-patch experience day for our Commercial Conversion Academy. Nigel's completed the tour of our second commercial property. We're now going for our millionaire commercial conversion mastermind lunch at the George Hotel. Now this is going to be an incredible session, couple of hours with Nigel and myself, answering all the questions, looking at individual strategies and how everything we've talked about today can be applied to our Academy elite members in their particular areas. So let's go and join them at lunch. Just finished our millionaire mastermind lunch for our Commercial Conversion Academy. We're moving on to our next case study. I just wanted to show you this building here. Look at Shoe Zone. Look at that ugly duckling building that is not being used. It's in a disrepair. Imagine what you could achieve. That would probably have 2 or 4 apartments, 2 on each floor. Imagine permitted development rights being able to achieve that, probably make a profit of a couple of £100,000. Those type of opportunities are available up and down every high street in the country. So I just wanted to show you that. These are the type of things we do on our experience day. On-patch training in your area. We've just arrived at our 3rd case study, our 3rd development on our experience day for our Commercial Conversion Academy members. So this is Essex House. We bought this building in 2018. It was office spaces. We paid 1.65 million for this building and it ended up being a GDV of about 5 million. And we converted it with permitted development rights to 26 apartments and 2 commercial units. Now what you find sometimes for those of you that want to go really large, really scale up, go quick, which isn't it for everybody, but what you find if you want to do that, sometimes the buildings are very deep. And the challenge with deep buildings is getting daylight into the centre of the buildings. Classic would be Debenhams, old department stores. They're hard to get light in the middle because they're so deep. And that was the case here. As you can see from the example on the side here, we managed to get planning permission for a number of windows here, which brought light into the side of the building and enabled us to get 4 extra apartments. In addition, there was a big light well running right the way through the centre of the building. We covered that over, and on all 4 floors, add that up, there's around about 100 square metres of additional space. So you really can create space out of thin air, be creative, work with your planning consultant, with your architect, having a fantastic professional team. So this is Essex House. We sold all of the units apart from 6. We still hold 6 residential units, which are buy-to-lets, but we didn't buy the buy-to-lets, we created the buy-to-lets. It's all about adding value and funding. With this particular property, tax efficiency was everything. So we used specific tax efficiency measures so we didn't have to pay any VAT on the purchase of the building. That saved us an enormous amount of potential cost and of course cash flow, which every business needs cash flow efficiency to survive. What we also did with this building is look at different ways that we could ring fence our risk. So when we put in the offer, it was subject to permitted development. So the landlord, the current vendor of the property, paid for the permitted development rights application. We hadn't completed, by the time we'd got to exchange, we then submitted planning on the vendor's behalf. When we got permitted development rights, we then legally completed. So we're keeping costs down, we're adding value before we purchase the building. Now, we secured this building in 2018. Build programme was about 15 months, and it then took around about 6 months to sell the units. So you're around about 21, 22 months from legal completion through to selling the units. And of course, we have held 6 units here ourselves. At that time, we also sold the freehold interests as well on the property. So there was a market back in the day for that. So you can see it's all about adding value, managing risk, working with a professional team who can help manage that risk for us. But if you want to go large, these properties are available right now in your local towns and cities. Before it was painted grey and the red brick, just imagine a 1960s concrete frame building, offices, no balconies, and then look at what a developer has achieved. Probably used permitted development rights to get planning, to get approval for residential. Then they've gone in for planning to put in apartments. Do you think the balconies will have enhanced the value? And they've broken up the feel of the building, haven't they? If you look at the building to the right, no balconies, just looks very plain and drab, doesn't it? So by painting the concrete, by adding the balconies, doing the conversion, I'm sure that was a very successful development. And here we are back at the end after an exciting commercial conversion elite academy day. It's been a phenomenal day. Not only have we visited 3 case studies of 45 apartments and 7 commercial units, we also purposely went on foot around this great old city. And we did that because we knew there were opportunities. It's been phenomenal to see those light bulb moments for our Academy members. We have probably seen 12 or 15 properties, all different types, shop with uppers, conversion potential. There's a few grade 2 listed there for those that have got a bit more of a different strategy, but phenomenal, real hard opportunities that people are going to follow up on. Not only that, we've got people here from all over the country, and this strategy works everywhere for everyone in every town. So they're going to take all the knowledge that they've learned today, all those light bulb moments, those golden nuggets, and apply it in their particular area. Nigel's in there at the moment conducting the last of our 3 mastermind sessions throughout the day. That's detailed Q&A, answers, really digging deep into people's individual strategies. And it's just been amazing, the feedback. If you think commercial conversions is the right strategy for you, an absolute game changer for this coming year, why not stick around, follow us. We have many events, click on some of the links below. We have unique live events by myself, Liam and Nigel, and we can take you through how commercial conversions can change your life. Click on the link below and I'll see you at one of our next events.